Hi, this is Chris Cook with the Budget Guide, and we're going to go into part B of tracking income and expenses. If you haven't seen the first part, feel free to watch it so you can get more information there. But today I want to go into more tips to help you become an expert budgeter. First of all, why are you doing this? Why are you budgeting? I want you to answer that question. Why am I budgeting? And think about that, because if you don't have a good solid reason, then eventually you're gonna stop doing it because you'll get bored, you'll get tired or something else, and you're gonna want to do something besides budgeting. But you need that passion and that commitment and that reasoning behind budgeting to keep with it so that you can be financially successful. Next, get out of debt and stay out. If you are not in debt right now, do not get into debt. Stay out of debt. There's no reason why you need to go into debt. If you have debt right now, make a plan to get out of debt. You can use Dave Ramsey's method or any other person's method that's going to help you get out of debt. You got to create a plan to get out of debt. Now, obviously, there's some acceptable forms of debt, such as a home mortgage or getting an education. However, you have to still be smart with that debt as well. You can't just buy a huge home that you won't be able to afford anyways, or go to college and just rack up the debt without having like a plan. I realize it's hard to know what you want to do in life when you go to college, but you got to limit that debt the best that you can. Pell Grants or working while you're at college, just at least trying to make it so it's not as bad as when you get out of debt and you're looking for a job. With credit cards, I have a credit card myself, and so technically I have debt. However, I treat it like a debit card, and I always have the automatically paying the monthly payments in full, so I don't have to worry about charges to the account, and I build up my credit that way. Okay, so let's say you've been tracking your income and expenses for a little bit now, and you want to know, how do I increase my wealth? How can I make things better for myself? There's two main ways. You have your income and your expenses. You either increase your income or you decrease your expenses. And there's methods for both ways, but one of them is going to be easier to do, which is decreasing your expenses. Sure, there's plenty of ways to increase your income. You could get on a job, make a business, and if you're successful, that could be a great way to increase your income. But there's a lot more ways to decrease your expenses, and so that's the one I'm going to focus on because it's easier to do in most situations. Okay, so here's the limit expense strategy, and there's an advanced way of doing this and a basic way of doing this, and I'll go over both, but I'll start off with basic, which is pretty much determining your wants from your needs. And so if your needs are on this side and wants on that side, your needs include food, shelter, utilities, medication, and household supplies. Your wants could include new couch, having streaming services, or drinking. And what you do is, with this method, is you just cross out the wants and you stop buying those, and you just start sticking with the needs, and that will dramatically reduce your expenses. If you want to go on a deeper level to the more advanced method, then you have to start getting creative. For example, you cook instead of eating from a restaurant. You bike or walk instead of driving to reduce your gasoline expense. You could look at these methods more deeply, like food. Stop buying junk food. Or household supplies, you're going to use regular towels instead of paper towels. And so you could just go down your list of expenses and see, okay, do I really need to buy this? Or can I save some money so I can buy the things I really want down the line, such as a vacation you're planning for, a trip, or you're trying to have a nice new boat or whatever you really want. That's what tracking your income and expenses is all about, and budgeting is putting the money from one area to the things you actually really want in life. If there's things you really want to get to in life, then you save for those things and you spend on those things. I'm not trying to just say don't have a life. I want you to live more frugally so you can get to that life that you really want versus a life that's okay or average. This is Chris Cook with the Budget Guide. You could see my disclaimer in the description below, but let's get your budget going.